3, 2, 1. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get this shared around and everything started and put in. I got a little project to do. Should be a nice easy project. We'll see. And yeah, chat popped out. Select, copy, get that started right away. All right, Eileen, you're already in here. Good morning. How are we doing today? And happy Mother's Day to one of my favorite dog mamas. Let's get this shared around. Do the doobly 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 doo. So I had a migraine last week that lasted for 8 days. It was a hard 8 days too. That was rough. And post. Shouldn't have public. All right. So, Eileen, lovely, thank you, and not good. Whew. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing today. Good today, and yeah, that was not good. That migraine that lasted for that long. So, what you gotta do though, right? Just gotta kind of suffer through and soldier on. Cookies and coffee first thing in the morning. All right, so project today actually involves le cricket. So we will be doing a thing for that. This guy will eventually get a name, and so will the 3D printer. Like I said, the laser cutter is named Dave, and Dave was giving me troubles yesterday. Good morning, Jill, and happy Mother's Day. So Dave was giving me trouble yesterday. A lot of trouble. I got new paper, so I could, if you saw in the Facebook group, I was making new earrings. You're welcome. To ship those earrings down to Craven and Caster's because he was getting low. Apparently they're selling, which is awesome. Anyways. Got new paper because I couldn't find the paper I liked. Dave's are always trouble. Yeah, they are. They really are. Nope. And I got a boop boop. You turn down the thingy. Ancient mystery. We finally know where eels come from. Fascinating. So I got new paper. I couldn't find the paper I wanted. But the paper I have now is actually a thicker, heavier weight, so I think it'll work better. And the engraving actually had a higher contrast. I don't have... Yeah, they all went yesterday. But some of the engravings I was getting double prints on. One cut, it just stopped. It was like, yeah, we're done now. It's like, no, you're not. You're like halfway done. I tried to reset everything and it cut everything all wonky and stuff, and it was like 4 hours for me to get those tags cut. I vote for Jiminy the Cricket. Well, I like that, Jiminy. Fun fact: when we were kids, my grandma actually got us all like hand-done paintings of the Peter Pan characters. I got Peter Pan, my brother was Jiminy Cricket, and my sister was Tinkerbell. So yeah. Yeah, I might have to do Jiminy Cricket for that. I'm thinking about doing it as a poll again, just because I have fun with stuff like that, and I like it when people have a say in the things that they're seeing built and created and stuff. Got a new vape juice, and it's supposed to be like a Girl Scout cookie. And every now and then, I'll get a hint of the chocolate, and I'll get a hint of the mint, but they just never seem to mesh. And maybe I don't have the heat settings correct or something to really bring out the flavor, but I'm kind of disappointed. Anyways, my migraine is gone. I am full of piss and vinegar. So let's take the rings off and get designing. So this week I went to take a look at a job, and it was supposed to be for just basic reskinning of just a basic reskinning of a porch. It's a little rotted, rip it off. You know, maybe the fascia board is a little junky or something, or whatever. That's fine. I'll move this over here so I can still see the messages. New project. Now, but when I got there, all the fascia board was all rotted. I have a titanium toothpick I use as my inspection tool. I like it better than using a screwdriver or a larger scratch-all, just because when I'm poking around to find the limit of disturbance, especially if it's like a painted house and there's like it all looks good, but some of the drywall is bad. I use that to determine the boundaries. Leaves a smaller hole, and it's something I can fit in my pocket. It's actually permanently on my key ring, so it just makes things easier. And, half the decking was destroyed. All the fascia board was destroyed. I had to go inside to look at the underside of it because it was so bad, and yikes. You had joists coming out, meeting a girdle, and it just, I think the whole thing needs to be replaced. So what was going to be like a $3,000 or $4,000 job is now at cheapest $7,500, just because I have to get an engineering company involved. I'm going to have to pull permits for that. I'm going to have to support the roof above it, just tear the whole thing off, dispose of so much. I'm not sure how to break the news to the lady. So there was that. But today we're doing a little Cricut project. The wife wants a skin for the back of her phone. She just got a new phone, and it's lavender or lilac. And she is not a fan of that coloration. So what I did this morning is I took some rough measurements of her phone. So let's see if we can design something in here. We'll do a black background, and she's recently gotten into Halo. She loves the energy sword. So I got some of this nice holographic stuff here. And I'm going to try and cut out an energy sword type shape as well. So I got some nice black vinyl. I got that. I tried to do some weeding. And, I mean, it didn't really work. The only way I could figure it out how to do it was to take my razor and cut the letters out so there's less surface area that I'm going to be pulling against and with. And it still was just a nightmare. So, I've been playing with it. I've been failing with it, but I have been playing with it. And, well, we'll see. We'll see how working and stuff in this. I think the first shape would be that. And okay, so the width is 2 15/16. But let's make it so we have a little bit nicer of a border. Okay, so from here we're looking at 1 7/16. So let's do that. Let's make that 1 1/2. Nice and easy. This here has to be 4 1/8. So let's just cut an eighth off that 4-inch. 2 15/16. So let's call that, I don't know. So if we're to take an eighth off that, that would be 13/16. Let's do 12/16. So that'd be 3/4. So let's do this at 2 3/4. That inset is 1 7/16. So we'll do that as 1 1/2. And so then this whole top height here, it's 6 5/16. 4/16 is 1/4. So let's do that at 6 and we'll try and keep things consistent, 3/16. So it looks like Cricut likes decimal numbers, which that's okay. We can do decimals, right? So that's 1.5, 2.75, and 3 divided by 16 is 1.6.1875. Now I have a thought that this is going to go horribly wrong. This is my first time actually designing anything in Cricut, so let's see what happens. 2.75, and then we're going to unlock that. We're going to turn the height to 6.1875. No, 6.1875. Why are you not working? There we go. And then weird cutouts. So, what is everyone's plans for today? Do you have any interesting plans for the day? I guess is what I should be asking. And are your significant others treating you commensurate with this day? Jill picking up bean from her aunt at 1, otherwise crafting and cleaning. I tried cleaning yesterday and I made some progress. Not really. And Eileen mowing the front and backyard cleanup, and my aunt and uncle and cousin are stopping by on their way back from a college trip. That's awesome. Alan made me coffee and a bagel for breakfast. Good job, buddy. Good job. So now, how do I modify this square? Because I need to remove basically like a rhombus kind of out of it. No, we'll just delete that. Don't want that. Can I just draw? I mean, it'd be really nice if I could just draw things. Or take something and delete it from it. Are you trying to make a shape out of the design you already have? Like a cutout. Yes. Let me flip this around because I think I have a design screen view. Yes. You can see what I'm trying to accomplish. So this is my thing here. It'd be really nice if I could just, you know, do the shape and then figure it out from there. It's not right. Sending you what I finished yesterday. You you can crap. Let me think what it's called. Let's see. Now, like if I can get like these two pieces sort of where I want them, like that would, no, that won't work. It's not quite a rhombus what I need. It's let me open my laptop and I can tell you how to do it. That would be helpful. Because, like, I know what I want to do, you know? It's just one of those things, like, I just need to figure out how to do it. Because I want it to come down. I want to start at the 4-inch mark, all the way to the top, coming in 1.5 inches, and then have a nice sharp gradient of at least 1 inch. Parallelogram. No. So it like has to be that guy, right? And rotate it at 90. This guy has to be 1.5 inches. Like if I can unlock and just move all these corners separately, of course the laptop is dead. Well, of course it is. All right, so I moved that down from 0 to 1. So this really has to go down to 5. That would have to go up. That would have to come down. That would have to go up. So let's bring this down to 3. So I have to go down to 7. Look, there it is. That's the shape I need. Sort of. Just take this shape, plop it on top of that shape. One, two. Oh, no, sorry, that's too extreme. So 3. One, two, three, 4. So I need to take that shape, I need to take this shape out of this shape. And then that'll be the base for what I need. And then I could just go onto the internet, find the energy sword thing, get both of those done. And then, well, I'll cut this one out first, because either way, that's going to be the back. And then I'll just start a new project and try and cut that out of the foil. By the way, I've been having a hell of a time with weeding on this thing, and I just don't understand what that's the... Nope. Ha! There it is. Got it. Yes! About a half second before you did. Ha! Yes! Get that up there. Let's get this thing turned on. Hopefully, I've been having a lot of connection issues with this guy too. So, bloop. Oh, let me turn this on. Got a guy all turned on. All right. So let's flip back to the face cam or whatever. See, we're sitting here, we're learning things. It's great. I knew it was something simple. Don't use that feature that much. Well, the way my brain works is that's kind of how a lot of these things are, you know, put together from like an AutoCAD standpoint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rolled back up, tighter. Huh. Go the other orientation then. Right. Oh, ow. Stubbed my toe on my sewing machine. Just for the further proof, I need the sewing table back there. Also, I'm going to be doing the starting to make kilts. on a mat, 12 by 12. That looks like good placement to me. Basic cut. This is Cricut brand vinyl, which I understand from everything I know. I need to get away from Cricut brand vinyl because it's too expensive. But I figure while I'm learning, it's best to, now this is going to take forever to connect. While I'm learning, it's best to limit the amount of variables so that I can dial in the process first. And oh, it connected! Wow, awesome. Final. Let's do more pressure, because I think limiting the number of variables will allow me to learn faster, and then once I know all of how everything works, then I can start experimenting with cheaper materials and really push things as far as that goes. Does that make sense? Oh, good. I just got my weekly health report in from my phone. Done already? There we go. So there's that. I also found I like the sheets of vinyl better than the rolls. Yeah, some of these are a bit of a pain in the butt. Well, I've only used the holographic stuff so far, but it is very, what you call it? It has a lot of memory in it, I think is the best way to say that. So let me just cut around this. That should be good, I think. We'll see. And then I need to find a picture on the internet that I can then upload. This might be a little harder than I thought. Might be harder than I thought. Yeah, these sheets seem to have a lot of memory in them. So I mean, I'm sure it'd work great if I could, just unroll them all and subtly just heat them up a little bit so they kind of relax and lay flat. Then it'd be real easy to real easy to manipulate it. I just want the outline. Why is this so hard? Can I get something with just a simple outline, or is that too much to ask for, or like there? Free download. Save as. Okay. And then press done on maker. File. Can I save this? Save. Title. Okay, that's done. New. Now, upload. Upload image. High contrast colors and transparent or monochrome background. That's what I want. I don't need, simple. Continue. Remove background. Beautiful. Perfect. 109%, whatever. Just gotta be for a cut image. Just want the outline and the canvas. 4 inches. Oh, where's my paper? I can not be this long. 2 inches. Well, I want the aspect ratio locked. So let's make that 5 inches. Okay. So now let's peel this guy off. Put this on. And yes, I went out and bought all the weeding tools and stuff because I have to. Okay, so I didn't have to, but firm. That's good. Continue. Vinyl. Default. More touch. Please tell me you went to Dollar Tree and got an extra set. No. I went to Amazon, or no, I found them when I was doing I was looking at a bunch of other stuff, and they were having a sale at Michael's, I think. So I just grabbed a few things. But I did take your advice, and I bought the mats off of Amazon, and I got a ton of them. They were relatively cheap, actually, and I'm very happy with that. Very happy that I went to Amazon with that. This thing goes fast. Perfect. So I got that. Got those two guys. I'm done with this. Done with the Cricut. Yeah, quit. Turn that off. Which means I can turn that off. So it's a little bit quieter in here. Dollar Tree, at least in Ohio, is the craft in Ohio. The craft corner is so awesome. I will be checking them out. I have a lot of friends over here that do like Cricuts and stuff and vinyl stuff, so I'm sure they'll also have a pretty good idea of where things are and where to get things and where not to. Yeah. So I got that, and I got the somewhere in here transfer vinyl. So I'm really gonna have to clean everything and start finding homes for things and throwing things away. It's gonna be, when we finally do move, it's probably not for another year or two. I'm gonna have so much to pack up. Let's see, Eileen, I haven't tested their vinyl yet, but I like the tools. Good. I am horrible at weeding things. I know it's a skill that I just need to develop, but it's one of those things like, it's like, yeah, but do I really care? like how bad I am right now, because of, obviously I'm going to get better. So I don't think beating myself up too much over it is worth it. But you know, I got something to make the back of the phone look pretty. I'll probably be doing that off camera because I can already see me being a bit grumpy about getting things lined up and pressed in nicely. But we're making progress, and I learned stuff today, which is great. Yeah. Oh wow, it's already 9:47. This morning is running along at a good clip, don't you think? Now that I have it, and have a base level of understanding on how to use it, I'm going to have to start finding projects for it. And of course, the first thing that comes to mind is decals. You know, I can just make a bunch of decals really quick and easy, and that'd be nice. Either for sale or just for my own amusement. I got a pack here of really pretty stuff too. It's like 3 different like glitter colors. Easy to weed my ass. But yeah, decals and stuff. One thing that I'm really excited for is, Eileen, you'll know this especially, my obsession with boxes. Once I get AutoCAD, I can actually design the box there, export it as a PDF, import that PDF into Cricut, and get the cut and the scoring things, tools in there. And then I can cut and score the box. So I can just peel it off and boom, I have custom box sizes, which, that's gonna be great. Let's see. Eileen, clear contact paper that you use to line cabinets is cheaper and great transfer vinyl. Awesome. Good to know. I could also see this as being, you know, I could use this as a resist for if I need to etch something, especially if it needs to be precise. I could take this and really work it onto something really good, and then use electro etching. That would work really good. It would probably work good as a resist for sandblasting too, now I'm thinking about it. Like, this feels, doesn't feel super thick, but it feels like it'd be hardy enough that I could do a light sandblasting pass over it and get a good contrast and peel this up, and then just a real light sanding to remove any adhesive, and you know, I can get that like on wood or something, just a really light pass of sandblasting. Or if I'm painting something, have that as a, you know, as a stencil. I think that could work. I think so. There's a piece of reindeer fur stuck in my thing here, in the microphone. Imagine that. But yeah, so today my plans are to finish this guy, get this little project done. We're going to be doing a lot of planting today. I'm probably going to cook some stuff on the grill, and clean up in here, because this is a nightmare in here. And tomorrow and most of next week I'm going to be working with red oak, both to finish all of the pickets for the church, or the sanctum. So I'm going to paint that tomorrow morning, then run up to the sawmill and get that all taken care of. And then I'm going to be working on a large red oak bed. And then after that bed is finished, I'm gonna refinish the last the last sword, get that out of there. So, and then I'm on to new projects, because I need to make a couple wedding rings this week as well. Yeah, need to make a few wedding rings this week. That's gonna be fun, I think, because I think all right. So the base material is steel. It's one of the rings from it's a ring from the merry-go-round down in Knoebels. A friend of mine grabbed it, used that to propose to his girlfriend at the time, making her the fiancée, and they want to take that ring and have me split it in half and make their wedding rings out of it. So this might end up being more work than it needs to be, but that ring is pretty thin. So what I'm thinking about doing is opening it up, cutting it in half, opening it up, upsetting it, so it'll shrink its length, but make it thicker, and then when I pound it out, it'll be a much better thickness to work, because rings. Let me draw a quick cross section here. So your ring has slight bevels on it. Like this ring here. Let me draw that larger. So rings aren't actually flat. So cross section of this looks like that, which blown up looks like this. So now, like cheaper rings are, like this hematite ring here is just a straight bore, which works, but it's like a $10 ring, or no, $5 ring. It's hematite, it's a rock. Doesn't matter. But like a wedding band, or this really nice ring here. See, these both have, I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but they have bevels on the tops of them, and the insides of them, yeah, it's not really picking them up, has a rounded profile. Now, I'm going to start making wooden rings, and there is actually a way to cut that profile with a custom boring tool that I need to build. Things I'd have to build one for each ring size, which is okay, that's fine. So I just need to, you know, develop that. But I think the best way to do, I think I have an interloper.
Baby bottle pops, baby bottle pops.
Okay. So, but yeah, shrink that down so I can get a thicker rod to start off with. And I think the best course of action then would be to put in the top bevels first, round it out to a slightly smaller approximate size, weld it back together. So I'm going to have to cut a scarf joint there. I'm not sure if I'm going to forge weld it or TIG weld it yet. Probably TIG weld it just so it's less risk of destroying it, because I'd have to throw it into the coal forge to TIG weld it or to forge weld it, and that's such a small piece with such small, such low thermal mass. I don't know if I'll be able to transfer it and weld it because it's steel. It has to be at such a high temperature, whereas like if I was working with pretty much any other metal, it'd be a lot easier. I just don't think I have the time and the coordination to grab it, get it over the horn of the anvil, and get it tapped into place. And I'm also very rusty on my forge welding skills, and I don't want to practice on something that's so valuable. It's not actually valuable, in and of itself, it's the intrinsic value of this is a unique item that you can't get another of. Like, you can get another ring, but it's not going to be the ring they it's not going to be the proposal ring. So, all that being said, I think we're going to TIG weld it. And then once it's that slightly smaller size, then I could use, you know, files and everything, and, you know, sandpaper, and get it really nice, really smooth, really quickly. And I'm not sure what to finish it with. My normal finishing solution would be to clean it in alcohol or brake cleaner fluid, heat it up till it's too hot to touch, and then hit it with paste wax. That's what I've done with the swords. That's what I've done with all the, you know, most of the J hooks and S hooks that I sell, and they are rather rust resistant. It leaves a beautiful coloration to it. Brings out all different colors too, because as the steel is all slightly different temperatures all around it, it changes the color when you apply the wax. So I'm not sure if I want to do that, or if I want to you know, spray them with clear coat. I think the wax is the best option. But maybe I'll wax the outside, like I'll wax it, then I'll sand the inside again, and then I'll put a clear coat of nail polish on there, because there's always a lot of moisture trapped. I mean, you can see here, like, it's white and stuff from just moisture being trapped underneath the ring. So I don't know. It's gonna be a bit of a thing, but that's what my week's gonna entail. And Jill, I never got you said you were sending something over to me of what you were working on or what you just finished. Huh? Never mind. I just got it. Oh, good God, Jill. This is beautiful. Cutting board? Guys. Messenger is running slow. Look at this. Of course it's not going to. Well, it's not showing up on the screen. But my God. Beautiful work. Beautiful. Alan, good morning, brother. Hitting up right at the tail end. Beautiful work, Jill. As always. So, this is the hour. I know we started a minute or two late. I will be putting up a poll for the cricket to name that. Was doing dishes. Understandable. It's Mother's Day. You gotta be doing these things. I have dishes to do next. As soon as I'm out of here, I'm gonna apply the vinyl, do dishes, laundry, clean, and we'll probably start doing plants. But I'm gonna be putting up a poll for the Cricut and for the 3D printer. Eileen, I love your initial thing of Jiminy Cricket. That's funny. And I have to start applying googly eyes to things. So, I will be trying to do a YouTube video on my likes and dislikes of this guy, as well as addressing his name and what I'm going to do for version 2 of that. Because there are quite a few things I need and want to change about it. Otherwise, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. See you next week, and thank you for helping make this world better. One kerf at a time, and happy Mother's Day.